I am going to rank the 12 levels that you have to beat in order to finish Shovel Knight. And no, I will not be counting Wandering Travelers, I will not be counting the bonus areas, and I will not be counting the levels that you can only play once that just test out a certain relic. Only the 12 levels that you can replay and you have to beat in order to beat the game. So yes, we'll see which ones worst to best. We're doing it. We're going to see what's the best of the best and which ones are flying machine. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. This level is ridiculously hard for no reason. It's just an insane difficulty spike near the end of the game that never goes back to being as hard as this. But it's the hardest level, and I don't know why they decided to go with this. There are holes everywhere. There's wind everywhere. You get blown by the wind into the holes a lot of the time. I really, really hate these floating green bastards that just blow you into the holes. And it's just bad. This level is bad. But the good thing is it has the best music in the game, so at least it has that going for it. This level isn't interesting in any way. It's just, there are a bunch of platforms, you walk along these platforms, and then you do an absolutely abysmal boss fight against the Enchantress, where both you and her can destroy the floor. It is ridiculous. And then you do a fight against another boss, and this time you're teamed up with Shield Knight. It's cool that you get to use her abilities in conjunction with yours to take down the final boss, but it's still too easy, that final part. But the Enchantress fight is way too hard. Just, I don't like this level. It's not a good way to end the game. This level isn't very interesting. I mean, the fact that you're scaling a tower is cool, and the fact that there's a part where everything is a silhouette, and you can still figure out what everything is, that's also pretty cool. But, like, once again, there's just nothing about this level that stands out, other than this section with these platforms that move upside down and can crush you. I hate this part, so it stands out in a bad way. And then, other than that, the level's just kind of drab and uninteresting. And the background hurts my eyes. I don't like that either. Okay, at this point it should become increasingly obvious that I just don't care about the Tower of Fate. Let's go on to the next thing. From here on out, the levels are pretty good. The Lich Yard is the least good out of the good levels, though. I mean, the level's still very good, you know, but it has some parts that annoy me, such as these frogs, and this particular section with the spikes I don't like. I think the boss, Spectre Knight, is way, way too hard to be an early game boss. He should definitely be in the late game. And he will absolutely destroy you when you play this game for the first time. It is completely ridiculous that they thought you would be able to beat him with so little experience. But yeah, this level's good. So, most games have the castle levels be the last one, but in Shovel Knight, the castle level is actually the second or third, depending on whether or not you do it as a Lich Yard after Plains. But so, yeah, I think this is pretty good. It's just a basic level. I mean, it doesn't do anything exceptionally well or exceptionally poorly. It's just all around good. I like it. Plains of Passage is everything a first level in a game should strive to be. It teaches you each of the mechanics perfectly. Pogo bouncing, hitting things, then also the fact that you can cancel a bounce by hitting something, not necessarily hitting something, but by swiping while going down. It has a great first boss fight against Black Knight, and it also teaches you that you can deflect enemy projectiles. Basically, this level teaches everything perfectly. The only reason it's not higher is because it's the first level. So, you know, it's not going to be that difficult or that challenging. But you know what? It's pretty much perfect for a first level. So I think that's pretty good. Let me just start this off by saying that I absolutely love the underwater theming in this level and how you go out of the ship and into the depths of the ocean, and then you have to go back into the ship at a different part. There's even a chase with an anglerfish. Like, come on, that's awesome. But also, this level just has a lot of fun stuff to mess around with, such as the snail shells and the missiles and the anchors. Those are all just great gimmicks, and I have no complaints about them. The only thing about this level that isn't great is the boss. He's just kind of there. But other than that, man, this level rocks. This level absolutely rocks. This isn't your average everyday lava level. It also has a bunch of green slime that you use in puzzles to get over the lava. And I think that's a lot of fun. But also, just, this level is very strong thematically. You actually do feel like you're exploring the ruins of a city. Like, there are even a bunch of golems guarding the places. And to top it off, the boss fight against Mole Knight is a lot of fun. So, it really is no surprise that this level is awesome. Stranded Ship is great. I like the ice theme. I like the fact that the ice physics aren't actually miserable to do like in a lot of other games. I also really like this thing where you shoot this platform and make it create more platforms. That's a fun puzzle mechanic. I really like it. I like that there are spikes and you have to drop snow on the spikes. Basically, this level does a lot of cool things, and once again, all of them are done right. And the boss fight against Polar Knight is also great, because even though he uses spikes against you, what's cool about it is that he knows Shovel Knight personally, and that allows him to block your pogo attack with his shovel, making it so that your main form of attack isn't very good against him, so you have to attack using other means. And I think that's awesome. The Explodatorium is just so much fun, and it feels so alive. Like, with the enemies throwing stuff at you, everything explodes. I mean, everything about this level is fantastic. The music is great, the aesthetics are great, the boss is a lot of fun to play against, and he's the fan favorite character. Just, everything is here, and yet there still manages to be one level that's even better than this. This level has a bunch of moving contraptions and obstacles. All of them are fun to evade and go around. It's just, there's nothing about this level I don't like. Everything is fantastic. The aesthetics are fun. The music is fun. The fact that there are a bunch of enemies floating in that you can pogo off of. It's just so much fun. This is the best level in Shovel Knight. Good night, everyone.